What's the dumbest thing you got in trouble for in school? I sneezed. My bitch of an art teacher says that's an infraction. Infractions were these things given out for poor behavior. There was this tier list of punishments based on the number of them you had at the end of the week. I begin to defend myself when she cuts me off and goes, "Don't you talk back to me or I'll give you another." Fucking hate teachers like that. Harry Potter and the audacity of this bitch. I think that's book 5. One time back in elementary school I asked to use the bathroom and the teacher said no, so I just left class to use the bathroom. Respect. I wouldn't have done that, but when you gotta go, you gotta go. So dumb how you can go when they say you can. Hate that. One time in gym class, I really had to pee, so I asked to use the bathroom. She said no. I peed on the floor. Then in 3rd grade, I had diarrhea one day and asked to use the bathroom again. The teacher, a sub that day, said, "Again? You just went 10 minutes ago." So I just shat on the chair. I remember going to the nurse's office and being able to keep the pink shorts I borrowed. How to rebel. Some kid stealing my lunch. Wait, what? How did you get in trouble? Well, AP Para Aunt Lee yelling, "Hey, get back here with my fucking cinnamon bun," isn't acceptable in a lunchroom setting, but hey, I was fat as hell and it was the last one in the box we had at home, so I had my right to be mad. Well, yeah, that's and it's your food. Ugh, so dumb. Laughing. Not dumb because I was laughing, but it was dumb because of what I was laughing about. I was in 6th grade and the radiator heater just started making these juicy ass fart noises. Like I really could not contain it. It sounded like big ol' human wet farts. I was red in the face trying to breathe and contain it. She sent me out to the hall and almost with a referral. My god, it was hilarious though. I still laugh remembering the noise and I'm graduated. I laughed reading your vivid description and imagining it. I can see why you couldn't contain it. A kid stole my holographic Charizard Pokemon card and told the teacher he saw me try to steal it from his backpack so that I couldn't claim he stole it. The teacher believed him because he said that my family was too poor to buy me toys, which was basically the truth. Ugh, what, that sucks so much. What grade were you in? In 2nd grade. Miss Warner, if you're reading this, you deserve to get a paper cut while grading each assignment. In grade 6 we were playing dodgeball and Guy Monsieur I had terrible aim but a decent arm. Monsieur I hit the kid in the nuts. He started crying. Boom. Principal's office. Fucking bitch of a supply teacher. And to think that a kid knocked me out on purpose with a football to the back of my head and didn't get in trouble. Somehow the teachers managed to screw up both ways. I was tapping my pencil on the table. My teacher thought I was doing the in-between the fingers gang knife game. I told her multiple times I wasn't, but she still didn't believe me. Well, that's whack. I feel the times we got in trouble for dumb reason is because they are having a bad day or projecting their personal problems. Putting a paper plane under someone's seat behind them. The kid was a drama queen who said I was trying to hurt him and the teacher bought it. Nearly got sent to the principal because apparently what I did was equivalent to placing a drawing pin under one's seat. The teacher actually used that analogy. Think that takes the cake for dumbest way of getting in trouble. The teacher would also act differently according to who was involved. Some kid punched another in the face with a substantial amount of force. When the student reported the puncher to the teacher, she just told both of them off for wasting the teacher's time. I ate half a bar of fucking soap in front of a class. Get fucked. But how did it taste? Like cilantro. For context, this was in Florida. A girl hit herself in the face with a seatbelt and got a black eye. She told her mom, who got mad at the bus driver. My friend and I got in trouble because we were sitting behind her. Her friend, who was also sitting next to me, didn't get in trouble. Now, her friend had bullied me and they were both the holes that got me in trouble on purpose. My friend was white. She went to the office and was like, "If was reading," and they were like, "Okay, checks out, go ahead." I am not. I got stuck in the office for most of the day. Had to write an apology letter. My mom was called, and I got bus suspension. They can't suspend you from the bus. Also, what bus has seatbelts? They did. My mom had to drive me to school for a week. And I DK almost all the school buses I've been on. Oh, are you American? Because literally no bus I've been on has had seatbelts. Yes, this was in Florida. Almost our whole year got a lunchtime detention cause we weren't wearing school-approved footwear. For sports. Had to be completely white. So stupid. Carrying a keychain in the shape of an anime sword. They said it was a knife. I had a shirt with a green Super Mario mushroom on it that said, "One Up." Apparently it was drug paraphernalia. Damn, Mario taking those immortality shrooms again. Didn't bring white socks. Gave a kid spicy Asian candies in like 3rd grade BC. He said he could handle spicy. Kid had to go to the nurses and I had to go to the principal's office. Lol. Should have given him lightly salted Lay's. Cutting the bus seats open and putting yogurt and odd things inside of them, monsieur. Wasn't me though. It was the dude sitting next to me. Seriously? Picking mulberries and throwing them at squirrels. Did they say it was dangerous for the squirrel or what? I quote, "You could have hit a student." I was on the far side of the yard and the nearest person was 50 feet away. Pretty sure you can chuck a mulberry that far unless you had a wrist rocket. Catholic school. Priest drank the rest of the wine in the chalice around the end of Mass and I told my classmates he was going to get drunk. Friend told on me because he thought God would punish him if he didn't. Had to go to confession and my hippie mom had to have a meeting with the priest and the teachers. Went surprisingly well. Priest was cool, teachers were butthurt. I was like 13. Surprisingly I was left unbutthurt. Edit. Fuck Catholic school, that shit fucked me up for years. Had another teacher tell me to read about the Divine Comedy, Inferno at like age 12. Years after, I left a review of my Catholic school. It said, "If you love your kids, don't send them here." The only suicidal time in my life was while I was in this school. I fucking hated Catholic school. It sucked ass. I got bullied a lot just for not having enough money to buy what those rich stereotypes eat in the cafeteria. Catholic high school. End of year before. Seniors put on a skit giving nicknames to each Christian brother. Guy with dandruff equals sugar bear. Guy with narrow face and swoopy nose equals possum monsieur, and so on. Well, start of the next year. I guess I did not get the memo that the brothers had laid down the law that using those names would not be tolerated. After football practice in the locker room, we are all getting berated for not enough hustle. Or something traditional. And it got to a point where I said, "Ah, come on, Poss." Possum was also coach. He grabbed me by the hair and caved in the door to one of those little 12x12 lockers by banging the back of my head against it several times. Decades ago. Things happened every week in Catholic school that would be national news today. What the actual fuck would compel a grown-ass adult to beat a child and slam him into a locker? Good God, some people have no place working in schools. Some people have no business being alive. Getting a C in an exam this year never was a straight A student anyway. So that wasn't even anything special. But my parents had to come to a meeting and the teacher told me that it's okay to cry now. Edit. Also, my whole class got locked in once because the teacher lost his pen and accused us of stealing it. Annie Edison would like to know your location. Literally got ran into the halls. Turns out it was my fault for not seeing the kid. He ran into me from behind and came around the corner. The teacher says I got in his way. Apparently just the direction that we were walking told her nothing. Reading a book. I started to read a Reading Olympics book. Annual reading competition my school participated in. While I waited for the rest of my class to complete the individual classwork, teacher yelled at me, so I put it away and started playing games on my calculator. Teacher had no problem with that. Farting in class. Shouting "rawr" in the bathroom in 2nd grade. One got a referral. RAWR. for working on an AP Gov project in my engineering teacher's classroom during lunch break, even though I had his permission to do so before he left for a meeting. Using a very dark navy blue sweater. We could only wear navy. I fought with the director telling her it's blue, but she said it was black. Fuck stupid school rules. We're there to learn WTF. I was in a boarding school, and I got into trouble because I was late for breakfast for 2 days. My parents were phone called that your child is not punctual. We had soda can plus plastic bottle collection drive in our school. I was in charge of it, and on the last day I went with my friend to look at the results of my work. The pile was huge and I said, "Holy shit, that's a lot." My friend ran to the principal's office and complained against me for swearing. The principal proceeded to call my parents. "Wow, that's so dumb. Were you still friends with the guy afterwards?" "Yeah, we were still friends. We anyways weren't that close anyways, more like good classmates." Looking up alcoholic beverage recipes on a school-issued computer. Pushing the dean's finger out my face. THFCKN invasion of privacy. Disrespectful AF. In first grade, we were playing a game with randomly assigned partners and I got this rule-following girl as my partner. We were rolling dice in the game, and I ended up throwing my dice high in the air and letting it fall for my roll. The girl decides to tell on me because we were supposed to roll the dice on the floor only. I thought my teacher would understand that it wasn't a big deal. But my teacher ended up signing my planner for that day. Standing up, throw away a tissue, I blew my nose in. Then I got sent outside in front of everyone. Fuck you, Ms. A. What grade was this? In my high school government class we were watching a movie, and in the movie, the guy playing the president said fuck. So I said fairly loudly so the teacher and entire class would hear. The president just said fuck. It got the laughs I was looking for, but it also got me sent out into the hallway. While I was out there, my English teacher came walking by and asked what I had said to get kicked out of class. So I told him and he laughed and kept walking. He had kicked me out of class a few times by then, so he knew how I was. My buddy and I were playing catch with an apple core, throwing it over the top of the school jungle. Guy Monsieur sent to the principal's office. We were. Did you get a call home or? Popping fireworks in the 7th grade a week before school ended. I got kicked out. Punching a kid for saying, "Girls always need boys for something." I was in kindergarten. Putting 2 pencils in my nostrils. The teacher called me out and everyone laughed. I was so embarrassed that day. Having a drawing of a gun legit almost got me suspended. Honestly, next time I get into trouble for something like this, I am just gonna say, "Suck it up, princess," and leave. When I was in 4th grade, we used to chunk those half-pint chocolate milks up in the air to watch them splatter. Little 2nd grader ran under mine and got beaten totally by accident. Got SWAT for that. Not me, but a friend got in trouble for stealing an egg in home economics. When I was in elementary school, there was this awful teacher. She yelled at us for running in the playground, essentially banned playing games at recce's, and screwed with the classroom teachers by just kinda taking over the class and going on a rant on something or other. Well, me and my friends, we got pissed off, so naturally we broke every stupid rule she made just to news with her most of the time. We never got caught. See, she didn't really know any of our names and we started switching sweatshirts or jackets. She could never figure out who specifically broke the rules, so she punished everyone in the grade, which naturally only made everyone hate her too. But this is just preamble. One day in the lunchroom, we weren't allowed to talk because something or other she was annoyed about. And at one point I coughed and she rushed over to me and started yelling at me like I was secretly talking and coughed to mess with her or something. I told her that it wasn't me who coughed. And she was like, "I know it was you, no one else coughed." And then the most beautiful thing I have ever seen happened. Someone else on the other side of the lunchroom coughed, and pretty soon half of the room was coughing. Oh my, I still smile thinking about it. It our very I am Spartacus moment. But she got really pissed after that. She banned us from Recce's for that week, but it was definitely worth it. Thank you so much for watching and have a good day.